So today we're going to talk about why eggs are especially important for a postmenopausal female. Eggs, and I'm talking about the yolks, are loaded with choline. And choline is a vitamin to help strip fat off the liver. It actually can prevent a fatty liver. If you're deficient in choline, you can be more susceptible to getting a fatty liver. It also helps dissolve lipids or fats. So it supports bile salts, which also break down fats. So, for example, if you're on the ketogenic diet and you have a difficulty in digesting fats and you're taking purified bile salts for the gallbladder and you find that there's something missing, choline is missing. A choline deficiency can also cause constipation and even affect memory because choline is kind of like a building block for acetylcholine, which is involved in nerve physiology. Why is choline good postmenopausal versus premenopausal? Well, because women that are postmenopausal have lesser amounts of estrogen. Now, even though they're estrogen dominant because their progesterone really drops way down, and it gives them a ratio of too much estrogen, but it's compared to progesterone. But if we look at the total amount of estrogen, postmenopausal, it's going to be a lot lower. And estrogen protects against the loss of choline. Some women will take estrogen after they're postmenopausal. The problem with that, it has some complications like increasing your risk of cancer, increasing your risk of stroke, things like that. Choline is a really good supplement for women that are postmenopausal if they have a difficulty in digesting fat, and also just if they start to develop fat in the liver, this can actually help reverse it. Having a fatty liver also sets you up for getting cirrhosis. Choline can kind of stop that whole process from occurring. You need about 425 milligrams a day, and realize that your body does make some choline, but not nearly enough. You can get choline from egg yolks and organ meats and other foods, which I'll put a link down below. But I just wanted to do this video based on a question I had. Someone was postmenopausal and they started to develop a fatty liver, and they wanted to know, what do they do? Well, this is your answer. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's some only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.